changing your life one story at a time. This is the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast with Editor-in-Chief Amy Newmark.
Hey, it's Amy Newmark with your daily dose of Chicken Soup for the Soul inspiration to make you simply happy. Today, I'm going to share a story from Chicken Soup for the Soul, Random Acts of Kindness, because scientific studies have shown that doing good is not only beneficial for the recipient of the good deed, but also for the person doing it, making that person happier and healthier. And with all the divisiveness in the world today, we're featuring lots of stories about kindness, compassion, and paying it forward to show that no matter what divides us, our basic humanity reunites us. We're all part of a community of people who really do care about one another when we get down to interacting on a one-to-one basis. So this Friday is going to be Random Acts of Kindness Day. And our brand new book about random acts of kindness is out now with 101 inspiring stories about people who just felt like doing something nice for someone else. And in this particular story that I'm going to talk about today, we see a totally random act of kindness. Polly Hare Tafredi tells us that her family was out for dinner one night, and they were following their normal rule. All electronic devices had to be left in the car. And her 12-year-old and 15-year-old grandchildren went along with this rule. They were accustomed to it. As they were led to their table in the restaurant, Polly noticed that it was awfully quiet. Even though all the tables were full, no one was talking to each other. And then she realized why. Everyone of every age was staring at some kind of screen. Polly's family broke the silence in the restaurant. The six of them sat down and they talked like normal people. The grandparents, the parents, and the teenagers, they had a great time talking, catching up. They never stopped talking as they had a lot of news to share with each other. There was an elderly couple sitting at the next table who kept looking at them. And Polly wondered if maybe they were making too much noise. Then the couple left, and they were replaced by two women who, you guessed it, were quiet because they were looking at their phones and not talking to each other. After dessert and coffee, Polly's family was finally ready to leave, and her son signaled the waitress for the check, which he grabbed before his parents could get to it. He opened the vinyl folder, and he said to the waitress, "You forgot the check. It's empty." "There isn't a check," the waitress replied. "Someone else paid your bill and the tip too." And then she went on to explain. They loved that no one was connected. They loved watching you guys talk. The woman went on and on about how nice it was to see a family eating and talking instead of looking at electric games. That's what she called them. The family wanted to thank the elderly couple, but they were gone. So Polly and her family sat there for another 15 minutes discussing what had happened. And they decided that the next time any of them saw a family eating at a restaurant and paying attention to each other, not to their devices, they would pay it forward and pick up the check for that family. At the time she wrote her story, they still hadn't found that family, but I'm sure they will eventually. Now, Paul Allen, who was the CEO of Microsoft, said this: "Technology is notorious for engrossing people so much that they don't always focus on balance and enjoy life at the same time." So for this Valentine's week, let's make sure we aren't insulting our partners by looking at our phones instead of at them. I'm Amy Newmark. Thank you for listening to the Chicken Soup for the Soul podcast. Please share it with your friends and family, and join me tomorrow on Valentine's Day. We're going to talk about an accident, a dog, and a very romantic story. And if you want to read more about the book I mentioned today, Chicken Soup for the Soul, Random Acts of Kindness, please go to our website, chickensoup.com. You can also visit Chicken Soup for the Soul on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or Pinterest. And you can join the 2 million other people who are getting daily inspirational quotes and stories from us. You can go to our website, chickensoup.com, and sign up for one of our newsletters, too. We'll send you a free Chicken Soup for the Soul story every day via email.